Good day, welcome to Multinet Design. In the continuation of our studio apartment that we are doing, so we are able to do some little construction about elevation and things. So let us do a little bit and do a little tidy up about the dimension and every other thing that is required. So what we do here is that where there is no window, you have to apply window and fix them at a go. So do the kitchen a little bit up, then start to have the window of the kitchen somewhere around this place. So you use part of this window and you say okay in place. So let it be, because most of the windows, kitchen windows open into the passage. That is so you do the same thing across. So that's what you have at that place. So the next thing you need to do is to create dimensions for the whole area. So there are two methods of doing that. You can do it individually by creating an annotate. From the annotate, you select the align method. Align method, this one you can be doing it one after the other, so individually. So for the inside, and if you have there's another point you can do is to use the entire wall, and this one will give you options. So what do you want to do the wall with? Do you want to open it? If you don't want to open it, click on it. So the width from width to width. If you want wall intersection, it's going to give you that. If you don't want wall intersection, leave it. So you select that and you bring it in. So this one will give you the opening to specify. Can you see? So this is more faster and quick. So you allow your dimension to be rendered quick. So now, as you have done with that, you can decide to change again. What are you doing? Wall intersection. So click like that. So you don't want opening. Can you see? So it's going to give you the wall, the width, the intersection part of it. So you can just imagine if you add this the dimension into him. So this will help you to get your details right. So that's how it works, and it's to give it places the eyes to see. So that's quick method of doing dimension in the Revit and things like that. So as you have done with this, if it's okay by you, you can still continue to edit and do whatsoever that is needed. So you can edit this one if the letters are too big and you are not seeing, so you can come here. So where you need to work on is your text. So you come to this text side, then you change this. You can change the font. If you don't want to select anyone that you know that is okay by you, and you change the size with something that is more bigger. You can reduce it to 1.8. So like that. So you see that it's more bigger and clear, give spaces as it may be. So if you want to put it on the sheet too, these are the things you must consider and put in place and put in your consideration. So at this one now, you look at your here, go to the section we created in your third tutorial. So you go there and say go to view. From that aspect, you look at what you have done. So here you can now begin to put things in place like the foundation insulation. So you put it that way and select this, that is to middle. So this is the place you work on that. If you don't have this, you can contact me. I will explain how you can do this. If you do your own and the size are not accurate, some of the video we have done, you can check through the playlist of some of the video we have done before. We explain something like this in most of the videos. So if you have any encounter or any difficulties, you can still contact. We are here to help and render assistance. So that is how you work on that one. So your section, you can dictate it as well by bringing the text. So you say this one stairway. So I don't like this font on my text, so I change it, and my first to do is to duplicate Remember to duplicate, then you change this one, and I like what I want to use. I will like techniques. So techniques like this I want to, so I'm changing this one to like 3. This will be okay for me. So it's now smaller, and so you can underline it to give you more graphics boldness. So underline. Good. So I'm going to copy this one now and copy it around. So what is this place? This is like, this is a living room. So you put it there and write living room or studio room, whichever you call it. Call it studio room. So now you copy that to the next, copy and remove to below. So this is the kitchen. You put it there like that, and you edit it to kitchen. Good for you. So that is kitchen that you have already made of. So these are the things you need to do and put in place, and some few other things that you need to be adjusted. So you adjust your elevation in the way that is suitable to you. So after you have done with all this one, you can now come and be detailing everything one after the other. So for now, look at the upper floor. Now let me explain something for you. So you can bring all these dimensions from ground floor to the upper floor if they have the same alignment. So let us do something and see. The more that you can deliver there is going to be disappear. But the one that retain the same alignment will continue. So let's say select all instance in this view, and you say copy to clipboard. So you go to level 2 and you say select and align to this current view. See, all those ones that have the same alignment, they maintain it. Only those who are cantilever that they just have to move and shift a bit. So that is how this one works. So how do you know that? You can go to underlay. So this underlay, let's say now, and you say level 1. You want to see what is going on. So you see, so that is it. The painted lines are the ground floor plan that have been there. So that is why you see that those ones that disappear, but on the ground floor plan, that particular thing is still there, and that is the beauty of what of Revit 2024. So I'm not going to continue with the underlay because I'm not using it anymore. So I can now say, okay, in my own dimension, let me select and bring what I've done here to here. So things like that will be okay for me. So you can change your own. Now after you have done this one, before you go into cross-sectional grid, you can create your own grid and say level 1. Start from level 1 to create the grid. The grid is in architecture, and you click on grid here. So you can start by putting grid for proper documentation for an engineering work. So at the same time for the layout design when you are on site. So I'm going to use this one as A in a capital letter. So you don't need to type anything again, just create and say create similar. So you're going to select the grid again. I'm going to be renaming itself one after the other. So that's how this one work. It's faster than every other. So it's an engineering friendly. That is the main function of Revit. So as a beginner of Revit, always note that there are so many things that you need to know, and that are more everyday things are involving. So the little one you learn here and every other thing you put in place will going to benefit you. Only what we design mainly here is how to design properly. The tools and everything the vehicle we are using is just the vehicle of Revit. So if you want to learn more, stay with our channel. At the same time, always try to subscribe. At the same time, post to like. So more are still coming in all what we are doing, because every day we'll be bringing design to you as time permits for us to continue So that is how you do your grid system and so on and so forth. So before you continue with your engineering procedure. Good, we are done with this, and so many other ones are in place for us to use. So the graphic application and every other thing can be applied. If you want to make this one bold, let me just show you a quick. So you say from your view, you can change it please, because I want this to be more bold. So view, now you just use visibility graphics. Visibility graphics, you can change it from here, object style, but this one we're going to change. But let me show you the main one. The object style is what I'm going to use, which is the main part of the building. Then you select that and say okay, from the wall, this one I want to change it to something thicker, so I'm changing it to 7. So if you want to see your architectural work, so here you put on this tiny line and everything is come back good in good level. So you print it like this. This is what you're going to find, the thickness like this. You can make it more thicker again. So if you're looking for software, just press VG on your laptop. This will come up object style. At the same time you go to the wall and here you make it more thicker if that is the choice of yours. So but remember, you do this while you have never dimension, so you can print this one like this and it's going to come out bolder. So if you are not dimensioning an project yet, do not do the boldness, because all this thing will cover most of the important aspects that you're supposed to put dimension on. So that is why it's not encouraging. Never try that while you have not put on your dimension on. So this is what you do, and this is how the application will work for you. And this is the idea come with what, with the graphics of architectural plan. So this is part of this template we have been talking about for so long, and you can continue. So if you want to make it solid black, it is possible as well. How do you do that? You press VG again, or go to visibility graphics, you go back there and you see select, so window, wall, circulation. So you click on the wall. So this is where you change that aspects. So you say material. So at the material, let it load. This is the default material that is using. So at the material, let it load, and you go to graphics. From the graphics, what you just need to do is the cut pattern. So what will you use in cut pattern? And then you select this and you go to your solid fill, click OK. What do you do? Solid fill, or the solid fill the background, and you say OK and click OK. Apply. Apply. Can you see? So everything apply and changes to total dark. So if you have this one, you don't need that tick again. Go back to the Fiji and say select, and change this back to normal line, which is what one. Good. So this one will assist you and continue to progress you to whatever you want to do. Since anywhere you go to the planner, you're going to see this solid plan, everything in back. Even though you cut the section through, and through, you are getting the same treatment for the same. So this one is faster, it's more faster. You can do the same thing for your, and change the color, any kind of color you want. So that is how it is. Now we are going to put an end to it, so like this. So in the next tutorial, we fine-tune the area layout, at the same time how we create an estate out of this beautiful project. So thanks for watching. Continue to subscribe to our channel, at the same time try to share as much as possible. So in the next class